Hey everyone, it's me. I'm going to be quiet for a second and allow you to experience my life. This is how I live every single day, and it hasn't always been like this. Long story short, I have three sisters. I was raised with two parents. We lived in a three-bedroom home. I always had to share a bedroom, and I never really had my own space, and it was always very chaotic and things going on. And then I left, when I was 18, joined the military. Eventually, had my own family, raised two daughters. Again, chaos, fun stuff that ensues with raising children. And at the age of 40, I was an empty nester because both of my daughters parted ways and decided to go off and do their own thing. And so here I was at the age of 40 saying, now what? And I went from having a very filled life, very busy life, very not chaotic in a negative sort of way. But then it was just me, myself, and I. What the heck am I going to do? So over time, I had to create a new life for myself. And I said, well, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to start to enjoy things I used to do when I was a kid. So I would go rollerblading, which I fell in. So I stopped and tried ice skating and started doing photography and things like that. And eventually, I had a one-bedroom apartment I really loved, and it was very quiet. And um, then a couple of years ago, I said, well, I would love to have a small house on a big lot, so when I walk outside, I don't have to see people unless I want to. And so I eventually, a couple of years ago, met my husband. He bought a house in a small area, and this is my life now. This is a huge tree that fell down. It really is quite amazing. This just be able to see the deer and the crane and the possums and the raccoons and all that. So life is good, but I had to fight for this. I had to work for it. I had to decide to live like this. So I went from very chaotic upbringing, raised my children, and now I have peace and quiet. This doesn't happen overnight. So this is a decision that I had to make every single day for myself. I had to find that I started to enjoy my own company. I realized I didn't need anyone else around to do this for me. So I did this for myself. And even if you can create a space in your own home, um, even if you can find a, even if you're sitting in the tub reading a book, do something, create a space for yourself, inside or outside. It doesn't have to be in any particular place, but just find your joy, discover it, demand it. And that's all there is to it. So now this is how I live. And when I drive back to the city, I can't stand it. Like, I can't wait to get the heck out of here. When I go to my appointments at the VA in Milwaukee, I just can't stand it. Like, oh, it's too loud. When we go out and we're in a crowd and I can't hear my husband talking, let's get back home. So it's not that I'm a recluse, it's just that I really enjoy the solitude. So I hope you enjoy my video. Fight for your peace and quiet, and I'll be back.